If we can ever point you to a freebie for your Christmas decorating, we're doing it, and that's exactly what we have today. Add Christmas ambiance just by pushing print. Free vintage Christmas art downloads are available right this second, and there are so many ways to use them. The fabulous Cami Packer is tipping us off to this incredible resource. It's so good to see you.
It's so good to be here.
Vintage is your thing.
I love it.
It's your style, it's your way, and I love how you style and bring it into your home and make your home come alive through this style. Vintage Christmas art, describe what you mean by that.
This is art that was used a long time ago, in some cases more than a century ago. But I think it's unique enough that we haven't seen it. It's refreshing to see it. And in fact, a couple days ago, Joanna Gaines posted their Magnolia Christmas decorations, and it looks like it was inspired by a vintage Christmas card. So I would be so happy to see these come back into style and into our homes for the season.
What do you like about not just vintage in your home, but vintage Christmas in your home especially?
It's that tie to the past. It's nostalgic.
Yes.
It's that sentimental feeling that we all want to feel this time of year.
Yes.
And I love that it's unique. Not everyone has it. And also it's inexpensive to download and to print and use.
It's inexpensive, and it allows you to be creative in how you use it. Yeah. And you have so many fun ways that you have. Can we start with the banners down front?
Yes, of course.
Tell us what you did.
Okay, so these are just banners. I'm a person that instead of put a bow on it, put a banner on it. If you have somewhere where you need something, I say go with a banner.
I love it.
The first one I did was this Victorian one, and these are just Victorian Christmas cards that I had printed out, cut out, and glued on the back of some ribbon.
Okay.
And the second one is this little book cover banner. This I made for my boys' room, and this isn't a free download, but Etsy is a great place to go look for these. If you can't find exactly what you're looking for free, I always say go free first, try free first.
Yes.
But if you can't find it, Etsy has so many options for only a couple dollars, and I was really looking for these colors. So.
I didn't recognize books until I saw that Mr. Snowman. My grandma Jo had that Mr. Snowman. Those are book covers.
Oh my goodness, they're book covers, and I just think they're so cute.
And as you're searching Etsy, just vintage Christmas?
Vintage Christmas art, downloads. Yeah, there's so many that come up. It's overwhelming.
Every single one of these pieces prompts you to stop. Like, every one is a story. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you are gawking at this banner. You are taking in every detail. I think that's another part of the charm of vintage. You've made darling paper ornaments.
Yes, another way to use these is paper ornaments. Some of these were free. Some of these were a download on Etsy. There were like 90 images for $3 or something.
Hello.
So they were very, very easy to do and inexpensive. And then I just taped twine on the back and hung them on a tree. And I love the details of these. They make me smile. They're the classic vintage Christmas children that we makes us feel like kids again when we look at it.
And just printed on cardstock, so they're stable enough to kind of hang so.
And then I just cut out what shapes I want, get the most important part of the picture, and they're ready to go.
I feel like even if vintage isn't your style 364 days of the year, Christmas kind of evokes it in all of us, where anyone could embrace this.
Yes.
I love following Cami on Instagram. She's hands down my favorite influencer. And I saw you the other day having some pain cutting up a children's book.
I did. I had a hard time cutting up this.
This is where we invite librarians to mute or turn the channel because they're going to cringe.
No.
But look what's being used because of it.
It was so fun. And these are like the classic children's elementary school decoration is the paper chain.
Yeah.
But I loved it just as much as I think my kids did. I loved making this. I just cut them into 1-inch strips and glued them together, and I think they're really cute.
It's the color, right? You said that.
The color. Yeah.
It's that saturated primary, palette that we can't find readily. Right now, it's all neutral. It's all soft.
Yep.
We're done with millennial pink. We want vintage red.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. We'll take it.
How did you bring it to your gift wrapping efforts?
Okay, and so the gift wrapping, I just used just little vintage Christmas cards. I just think it's I think we sometimes underestimate a simple gift with a cute little card.
Yeah.
And that just has a sentiment behind it and a meaning. And I think these Christmas cards just bring so much meaning into giving.
Look how cute. I mean, look at her. Doesn't anybody want to have a happy Merry Christmas when you see that little girl?
She's adorable.
Oh my gosh, that is it's sweet.
It is sweet. That's exactly what it is.
We don't see a lot of sweet anymore, right? It's a little more showy, but this is sweet and showy in its own way. Tell me about what you did for the place
these
setting.
are place cards. I just think the best feeling in the world, especially at Christmas time, is sitting down to a table that's been set for you, and there's a place card there with your name on it. It means someone loves you, someone's going to take care of you, and I just think they're very easy to have for place cards too.
You've decked the walls as well with vintage art. Tell us your ideas.
It's so easy to switch out your art for Christmas art. And so what I love about this is that you can have Christmas in any corner of your home. I wouldn't normally decorate like a laundry room, but I can remove art that's already there.
You're like, bathroom, I'm coming for
you. Yep, nowhere is safe from Christmas. So these were just downloads. One of my favorite. I think it's hard to talk about nostalgic Christmas art without Currier and Ives. I think they are just the best, and so many free downloads on the Library of Congress. They are so sweet and just give you that feeling of home.
Yeah,
I love them.
The Good Housekeeping
The
cover
Good Housekeeping
from the month of December.
It is, yeah.
And am I seeing some heritage photos sprinkled in there too?
Yes. These when you're decorating with vintage art, don't forget vintage art from your own family. Oh. And one of my favorites is this window painting that my husband's grandma did. Someone thought to take a picture of it years and years ago, and I was able to print it out and enlarge it, and it's in our home. And it's kind of a tie to the past. This great grandmother that my kids never knew, but her picture hangs in our home at Christmas time.
I love that. And the stories that come because of that. What a treasure that someone thought to capture that expression of her creativity and of her spirit. I love it. And then even you say from your own, more immediate core family, you can pull those baby's first Christmas or those older photos to add to the feel.
It doesn't have to be vintage. I think I like to add little cards with my baby's first Christmas pictures on them for their gift. And I just think it adds a layer of love and meaning to a gift, and it's a fun way to use those old photos.
You've got to be ready for the mom tears that will come.
Yeah, every
time you pull those out. I do something similar with old photos and string them up in our home.
Oh, I love that.
And I just weep. And Boston said, why are you doing that if it makes you so sad? I'm like, it's happy sad.
It's a happy sad. Mom, understand.
I love every single one of these ideas. And the bonus is you've done the hard work for us. What's waiting for us online?
We have all the resources to get where I can go to look for these vintage arts. And then we also have a gift tag download and a place card download and the Victorian banner.
Fantastic. Cami, thank you so much. Great inspiration to bring that nostalgia and that sweet sentimentality to your Christmas decorating. Go to studio5.ksl.com for those downloads. Great job.